From the outside, it looks like not much good can come from this area. But as one gets closer, the voices of young people and pulsating music suggest that something life-changing is taking place there. Many of us may have heard of Youth on Fire Ministry, a legacy of cultural icon Petronilla de Turville. But to hear their story, as told by the President and Public Relations Officer, is quite inspirational. This is a group that has its heart and soul in youth development, and doing so against great odds. It is a story we wanted to tell in tribute to Petronilla de Turville, and through the words of the Youth on Fire Ministry. We were grateful for the few minutes they gave us during a Saturday rehearsal.
My name is Alice Minville. I am the President of Youth on Fire Ministry.
Okay, Alice, first of all, explain to us exactly what is the Youth on Fire Ministry. We've worked quite a bit of the group over the past few years, but give us an idea, when was it formed, how many members do you have, and what's your mandate?
Okay, Youth on Fire Ministry recently became a not-for-profit or community-based organization. We were formed in 2004, but at that time we were a Catholic youth group. And because of the great need to serve the community, we decided to branch out into the community to become a community-based organization. We aim to develop youth educationally, creatively, and spiritually.
Where did the idea come from for Youth on Fire?
Well, Youth on Fire, the original coordinator, the person who founded the group, was Mr. Albert Joseph, and it was his idea to form this group. And then Magnus Boville, our present coordinator, he came in and we decided to bring it out into the community to serve more young persons in the community.
So give us an idea of the kind of services that you offer to young persons in the community.
Well, we have the ASAP program, which is the After School Assistance Program, where we give assistance to secondary school students, and we also give assistance to primary school students. So the older members in the group who have the education background, to help them with math, English, and the other sexy subjects, we do that. We also have our rehearsals on a Saturday where we develop them in the creative arts, performing, dancing, singing, spoken word. We do a lot of that.
How did the youth in the community respond to Youth on Fire?
Initially, we had a large number of young persons, about 100 persons, I would say, but recently the number went down to about 50. I think that we have a problem with discipline, but those of them who are disciplined remain with us and then we grow.
How do you think that problem can be tackled? Because it's a serious issue for a lot of clubs and youth organizations in the island.
That is true. That is why we have an outreach committee, and the person in charge of that, he goes out to speak to the young persons to bring them in, and we try to have activities that will call on to them, like our dance rehearsals. So they come to the dance rehearsals on a Saturday, but it's difficult to get them for the first day meeting. So we need to just try to make it more interactive and more engaging for them. So we have talks and games nights, and we also have competition between our houses. We have 3 houses: St. Anthony, St. Michael, and St. John. And recently we had a general knowledge quiz based on St. Lucia and the Caribbean. We have a production coming up in April. That's our music lounge, and we give our members an opportunity to dance and to sing and to show off their talents at that music lounge. Last year we had it and it was a great success, so we want it to be bigger and better this year.
Now you'll excuse me if I'm a little bit confused, because when I speak to some of your members, they belong to Fundamentals, they belong to Youth on Fire, they belong to Sicilian Rays. What's happening here?
Well, we do everything: sing, dance, act, so we can be a part of any group that we want to. But if you just come back to the group at the end of the day, we're not saying that you cannot be a part of the other groups, but you come back to us at the end of the day. But Fundamentals is a branch of a Youth on Fire Ministry. They just made that group to become take part in the Jersey competition, and they came out victorious. So now they have opportunities to go and perform all around St. Lucia, and we're not going to take that away from them. But when they do have time, they will come back to us and we'll perform, we'll have our meetings, and we'll enjoy ourselves.
How inspiring was that victory, Fundamentals winning the national competition, for your members and for the community of Anse La Raye?
First of all, it showed us that we have the talent and we can do a lot with the talent that we do have. I think that we could use that to encourage and to inspire the other young persons of Anse La Raye who are idle and they don't want to do anything but just sit down in the ghettos and remain at their homes, that they have the talent, whether it be dance, visual arts, singing, and they can use it to make to make employment for themselves. And so with the Fundamentals victory, I think that they have realized that we can do a lot in Anse La Raye, and so they will begin to look for things to better develop themselves.
How worrying is it for you as president to see the number of young persons you have sitting on a block idle doing nothing and they're wasting their lives away?
It is a big social issue for us, and we try as much as possible to get as many young persons as we can to get off that drug, because we know it is that is what it has been in Anse La Raye for many years, and we want to be the catalyst to change that and to make a difference. So we preach education, we preach performing arts, we preach using your talent, serving the community, so that they can understand it's not only about academics, but if without the academics you could still become successful.
Anse La Raye has been brimming with a lot of creative talent. A lot of names that we can start calling, starting from Petronella Turville, Wally, and there's so many other persons. What do you think is responsible for that amount of creative talent in Anse La Raye?
I think we're just blessed by God, and it's continuing to be nurtured through Sicilian race. And you can say that Petronilla Ditabi had a hand in all of us becoming, nurturing our talent so much, because she encouraged us to sing, to dance. We used to dance in the church, and all of that helped us to develop the talent that we have now. And we want to share it with the rest of Anse La Raye. So we want them to come to the rehearsals, to be with us, to have fun, and to just enjoy themselves. That's what we want.
How much influence did Petronella Ditabi have on you and your members?
Well, for me, she had a great influence on my life, that she introduced me to music, and through music I found a haven. Things were not all that well at my home, and with music I was able to develop, go to school, remain on track, and right now I'm going to teachers college. I'm in my final year, and I think that's what she realized could help the young persons in Anse La Raye. Those of us who are not, say, 100% academic, we could use that to further ourselves. We have some of them in the police band who benefited from her work. So she did a lot to push us and to encourage us and to motivate us, so that we wouldn't become like our parents.
Alice Minville is the inspirational president of the Youth and Fire Ministries of Anse La Raye. In our next segment, we hear the public relations officer, Kate Popo.